game, everyone. This is Rich Ramon, and you're listening to Still Toking with. Yeah.
Greetings, my friend. This is the brain of TV's Pinky in the Brain. Yes, and my human avatar, Maurice LaMarche.
Hi, it's Chris Poland, and you're listening to Still Toking with.
Hey, this is Eric Roland, voice of Kendo Rappa on My Hero Academia, and host of the Tough Love Podcast. You're listening to Still Toking with on the Dorkening Podcast Network.
My crew is ready to obtain the absolution, removing any doubt that we were ever fooling.
Hey, surprise. We're early this week. Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited about tonight's show, and because I'm super excited, we are actually 2 hours early this week to fit this in for this amazing guest. But we don't have a lot of time with her, so I'm going to just kick over to our super, super special co-host tonight, Mr. Jeffrey Mark. How are you?
Me. I am sparkly. How are you guys doing?
Wonderful. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to assist us with this interview this evening.
I enjoyed being a guest on your show so much. I just grabbed at the opportunity.
Love it. Love it. And without any further ado, the other Jeff.
The other Jeff, spelled correctly, I might add.
Yeah, the other white meat on this show.
Yeah. So, But, yeah, we got limited time, so let's just bring her right in. Let's all welcome Miss Charlotte Kirk.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
Of course, absolutely.
And
you have been busy.
Yes. I've I'm still kind of riding off the wave of Duchess. I was in Portugal. This is why obviously we were scheduled to do the this interview this time last week, but I was in Portugal to do the premiere of Duchess there. That was so cool. It's just so nice and so rewarding to watch the movie on the big screen with an audience. It was like 3 weeks ago in LA, the premiere in LA, which was so amazing. And it's different, to watch it with an American audience, to a Spanish audience, with an English audience, all very, very different. And then, this time last week, I was in Portugal to watch it there. So, it was amazing. It was really cool.
Charlotte, was your film dubbed into Portuguese, or was it your own voice in Portugal?
Just subtitles. Just subtitles, which I was kind of pleased with, because I've had sometimes it works, sometimes it depends. It's always kind of frustrating with that. The lip syncing is always never right there.
Yeah, they always remind me of the old Godzilla movies.
I was just going to say that Godzilla.
Yes, exactly. But no, so it was cool too. But it's playing right now in cinemas in Russia and all these great, wonderful, random countries. I'm not sure if other countries are dubbing it or not. I know some countries do, but in Lisbon it was just subtitles.
Nice. So we are here to talk about the movie Duchess. So give our viewers and listeners later just a little taste of what it's about, and if you want, I can bring us in and show the trailer if you'd like.
Yeah, well, so Duchess. It is. It's kind of many things. It's on the surface. It's a British revenge gangster movie, but it's got action to it. It's a love story as well. I co-wrote it with the director Neil Marshall. We'd done 2 movies previously to this, very, very different. The previous movies, one was a horror, The Reckoning, and one was a sci-fi.
The Reckoning, yes.
Thriller. Yeah, and we're sitting there one day and we were like, what do we want to do next? What movie do we want to do next? And then we just started talking about some of our favorite movies, which were, for me, like gangster movies. I was like, wouldn't it be amazing to do like a Scarface, Goodfellas, Layer Cake? Like, when's the last time you saw an epic gangster movie? And then Neil was like, well, what about a female gangster movie? I haven't seen that before. And that's kind of how Duchess was conceived. We wrote it in 2018. We shot it in 2022. And now it's finally released. So it was quite a long journey. It's kind of a British gangster movie. amazing. Super happy with the cast. You know, we got Philip Winchester, who's awesome. Sean Pertwee, who's been in a couple of our other films as well. Cole Meany, Stephanie Beecham, just amazing. Yeah.
So would you like us to?
Yeah, go ahead, Ben. Run the trailer.
Would you like us to play the trailer?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, folks, here you go. First taste of Duchess.
Come here. Whatever happens, I got you. I never meant to put you in any danger. Someone stabbed me in the back. It's gonna be okay.
To really understand where this all started, we have to go back a bit. So this is me. Name's Scarlett.
Got some nice moves.
That's Rog McNaughton, the future love of my life.
Welcome to your new home.
You must be Scarlett.
Scarlett.
Welcome.
Tell me who you really are.
I deal in diamonds. Diamond trade is dirty and corrupt.
That's when I saw the real Rog. The man who killed for me. I'm gonna kill all the men that betray me.
They will eat you alive.
Do your worst.
It's not enough to be as good as a man. You have to be twice as ruthless. And 10 times a bitch.
Oi.
Nicely done, Duchess.
Duchess.
She handled that with grace.
Real power can never be given. It has to be taken.
You've got some balls on you, princess.
It's Duchess.
Impressive.
Well, the big question is,
Nothing better than a badass bitch movie, honestly.
It's got everything. Great
Yeah, it
looking
does.
people, sex, violence, criminals. It's a political movie.
exactly.
No, Charlotte, it looks wonderful. I can't wait to see it.
Oh,
Right.
thank you. Yeah, no, it's super. I'm super proud. Yeah, and it was fun. It was a fun one making it as well.
Now, is that out for the public yet?
Yeah, absolutely. Amazon, iTunes, Apple. Yeah, you can watch all of the above. And in
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Yeah.
cut you off.
absolutely. In some countries, it's in cinemas now, but in the US, it's on all the usual suspects.
So for all our viewers and listeners, make sure you check the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us, because all those links are in there.
Charlotte, may I talk for a second about The Juice? Because I'm excited about that film too.
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
I knew those people. So playing a real life person who has such a drama thing happen to them, how did you inhabit playing Nicole?
It was a very, very, very tough, probably one of my toughest roles yet. Having that responsibility of playing such an iconic person and a victim, and and that fine line of not mimicking her and playing her as truthfully as possible, and this topic alone is very controversial, sensitive. So it was very, very tough. We shot half the movie, and then COVID happened, and then the strikes happened, so we haven't finished it yet. But we've shot all the Nicole and OJ scenes. Half the movie is Nicole and OJ in flashbacks, and the other half is a lawyer, Douglas McCann, that's kind of telling their story. It's based on a true man, Douglas McCann, who sued Verizon phone records, basically, which show OJ was on his way to the airport when Nicole was talking to her mum on the phone, therefore he couldn't have done it. It's kind of one of the theories. And in fact, to this day, those phone records have never been released.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you have the opportunity to speak with Kato Kaelin?
Yes, I met him very briefly. I nearly went to see OJ in prison, but I haven't met anyone else, any of the other families or anything like that. Yeah.
No, I can't wait to see this one either.
Right.
Because the story is so wrapped in layers and layers and layers of
controversy,
bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, on both sides of whoever's caring about this. And yeah, I could see you playing Nicole. I could see that really well.
Right. You stole that question right out from under me, Jeffrey. Thank you.
I do these little favors for my friends. So Charlotte, see, and you've got two more: The Possession of Gladstone Manor and Fight or Flight with Dolph Lundgren of all people. You get around.
Yeah, no, it was super cool. Yeah, so those films are actually shot back to back early this year. The Possession of Gladstone Manor with the great Lynn Shay, Barbara Crampton, Jesse Metcalfe. That was super, super cool. It was kind of like the first horror film that I'd done, which wasn't my own, like my own writing, producing. It's like really cool to be on another like spooky horror set. But I'd never done like a haunted ghost movie before. So it was very cool to do something like that. And then from there, I went straight to New Mexico. Oh my God, it was, one of the best experiences working with Dolph Lundgren and Michael J. White. It's quite nerve-wracking as well, knowing I'm going to play against these, action legends. It's like, I've got this, Charlotte. Come on, I've got this. I've just played Duchess. I can do this. It was so fun. So much fun. So yeah, they're both coming out next year. So Fight or Flight.
What do you do, Charlotte, to stay in such incredible shape? Because your movies have you just full of action. You're a gorgeous female, but you have to work at it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every role's different. I mean, Duchess was one of my challenging roles physically in terms of boxing. I'd never boxed before in my life, and that was really important for that character. So a few weeks before, I was with the stunties and learning, like a dance, really. You choreograph it, you learn it like a dance, and just keep going over it, muscle memory. That was very, very challenging. But yeah, just hopefully hoping and praying you've got a great team and director and choreography, and I work out, I try and stay in shape, do a lot of cardio, but it's all in the as you know, the magic of filmmaking.
Right. Now, do you do your own stunts?
I have done, I'd say probably The Lair was probably one of my most action-packed.
Great flick.
Thank you. And that was pretty much full-on action. I try and do as many as possible, but then I know how incredibly talented the stunties are, and I'm like, if I know it's best for them to do it, I let them do it, because they can do it all day long.
Do it. Save my face.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they're doing. They're just incredible. I couldn't do what they do. It's so amazing.
Well, Charlotte, the next time you have a premiere in Los Angeles, please let me know. I would love to come and support you.
Yes, that would have been amazing. Yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago now.
Right.
And it was watching it with an audience again. It was very, very, very cool. It's kind of one of the most rewarding parts, to hear it, see it with an audience, hear the reactions, how they're responding to it.
Well, we have you covered on both sides of the U.S. So if you're in L.A., Jeffrey can come support you. But if you're in the Boston area, Jeff and I could do the same.
Amazing. Yeah, I've never been to Boston.
You should. It's a wonderful town. It really is.
Yeah, I avoid it as much as possible.
Well, I live out in Palm Springs, so after you're done all this work, come out here and have some R&R.
Yes. Oh, I love Palm Springs. Nice.
Yeah. So you've worked with Neil now, like you said, on 2 films?
3,
is this
4 films?
Oh, 4. I'm sorry. 2 that we were talking about.
Yeah.
But you also worked on The Reckoning with him, which won a ton of awards.
Yes, The Reckoning was our first film that we co-wrote, produced, and kind of did everything on. He directed, I acted in it. And that was a tough film, you know. It's a horror, but almost plays like a drama as well. Based in England, 1665, during the Great Plague, a woman being falsely accused of witchery. So, yeah, that was kind of our first one we did. Then that came out in 2020 during COVID. So it was. We opened. Was it Fantasia? But it was a shame because we couldn't do a lot of the festivals. It was at the sort of
right.
But there, that film was very special to me. It's my first kind of production.
Neil's a great director, from what I understand. I've never personally talked to him, but a lot of stuff that he's directed and been part of, I've watched.
Oh, fantastic! Incredible. After this, we did another film, very, very different, an erotic thriller that's coming out next year called Compulsion.
Yep.
And kind of like a giallo vibe to it. It's very much inspired by the old, classic Italian giallo movies. So, yeah.
Charlotte, as a young woman in show business, I mean, you're writing, you're co-producing, you're starring. Do you get any pushback that who do you think you are kind of stuff? Because there are a lot of people who are afraid to plug into their creativity and their talent and do all of it. And you're doing all of it and you're doing it splendidly. But is anyone giving you any nonsense about it?
There's a lot of noise and there's a lot of nonsense in our business. I try not to listen to it.
Good for you.
Naysayers. There's a lot of people that just put you down. And my main thing is acting, and that's what I love. I produce, and kind of out of necessity, because I think in this day and age, if you want to do it yourself, because it's just so, it's a tough industry. And then, with all the naysayers and the people that try and pick it apart, I just kind of, in a way, I just use that to fuel my fire inside of me and to keep going and try and get better and make better movies and not listen to them, really.
Good for you.
Good answer.
The only way.
Right.
Yeah. So the future female action star. I see you growing quickly.
Thank you. Quickly. Well, yeah, I mean, Duchess was, as I said, like I've done action before in The Lair, and Duchess was pretty action heavy. But then, obviously, diving into a film with Dolph and Michael, which was full on action from start to finish as well. I played. It's really fun as well. It's Dolph. Dolph is kind of the number one hitman, and I'm his mark. And we end up falling in love, and he doesn't end up killing me, so we have to go on the run. So then we get another hitman on the run trying to kill us both. So it's just a lot of fun, and I was like, oh my god, how can I do this action stuff against these incredible, legends? Just try.
You're becoming a legend yourself. That's how you do it.
You work with the best and you grow. Yep.
Exactly. Working with the best, working with people that are,
I have a vision for you. Charlotte, I have a vision for you. The Dark Wonder Woman, the destruction of Paradise Island. I could see you writing and producing and starring in that.
Wow.
That would be pretty epic.
Wouldn't it? Yeah. Because you got the beauty, the brains, and the physicality, and you're a marvelous, marvelous actress.
Oh, agreed. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Agreed.
Thank you. To be honest, like I love action, but also it's like people go, like, what genre do you like? I kind of love it all. It's not really about the genre, it's about the story and the script.
Of course.
It doesn't matter if it's drama or comedy and action, whatever it is, but if I had to choose, I would say action. It's just it's incredible.
Yeah, but you've been in this style of industry since the age of 9, when you started in theater, performing Greek tragedies.
Yeah,
I mean, like, wow.
Yeah, And the thing is, that was in the UK, but I think that whatever it is, because a lot of people say, was it different, theatre and film? And of course, there is lots of technically different aspects to it.
Right.
But I think overall, if it's Greek mythology, if it's Shakespeare, if it's whatever it is, just making sure that you stick to the script and you're as truthful as possible, and you put as much dedication and time and effort and energy into the role and the film as possible.
Right. I think the biggest difference between theater and film is theater is a live audience.
Yeah.
If you screw up, they know.
Yeah.
Film, if you screw up, it's on the editing floor.
Right.
Exactly.
It's also a different set of muscles as an actor. It's
Well, that's
you
why
have to
I played
approach
a
it
tree.
completely differently.
That's why you played a tree.
I played a tree in my first theater performance.
Charlotte, I'm celebrating this year my 50th year in show business, because I also started as a child. And I can just foresee someday you're going to be on a program helping young people, because you've had this amazing 50-year career in the business, because you've got all the goods, young lady.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I feel like with this industry, as you know, you've just got to live and breathe it. If you're not living this and doing it for just the passion and the love, you're in the wrong business, because it's tough enough as it is. You've got to absolutely need it, not want anything else.
Right.
I agree. Without that need, it won't work. It won't work. So again, on you, that you have this burning ambition with the talent, and you recognize the talent in yourself, and you were courageous enough as a child to say, I can do this, get out of my way. Yay.
Yep.
So, I know we're
next.
I know we're coming up on time. Yeah, Charlotte only had a little bit of time for us tonight. But real quick, you've been in a lot of different roles in a lot of different movies. Other than Duchess, what was one of your favorites? Like Vice or Ocean's 8? I mean, you've been in a lot of really great movies. I didn't say it had to be your favorite. I said one of.
Filming or the outcome?
Filming.
The outcome.
Filming.
Yeah, he wants to go filming. Go ahead.
Filming would be Fight or Flight with Dolph and Michael J. White. Yeah.
Okay.
It was just it was fun. It was stress-free. Maybe because it wasn't my production, that helps when you're not the producer and you're not worried about the time and the money and the this and the that, and it's nice just to act and be an actor. And so that would probably be the most fun I've had filming. But then The Lair was great as well. It was a real ensemble piece, and the great act, it's just like, every film, it's tough, everyone's your baby, and you have good days and bad days. They all have a little something. The worst day of your life and the best day of your life. Oh my God, I'm making the worst movie possible. Oh, this is going to be the best movie. It just changes from day to day.
So what female actress or female actor would you like to co-star in a future movie with?
Oof. Oh my God, there's so many.
You can only pick one.
Oof, only pick one. I mean, Tom Cruise would be pretty iconic.
Yeah, he's a man, though.
Female. Discussion for another day. And
female. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's double trouble kind of a thing. You know what I mean?
I think Nicole Kidman.
Okay. Nice.
I could see you guys playing sisters in something.
Right?
Yeah. I think she's incredible. And oh my God, she looks incredible as well. And the way she's like, in shape, and she still does her action and all that. It's incredible. Yeah, I really admire.
Big Trouble in the Red Light District.
No, you just raise your prices, Charlotte. Don't worry about it.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Okay, on that note, we promised Charlotte we would only keep her for about 20 minutes. It's been a little longer than that. So, my Jeff, last question.
Yeah. Do you like cats or dogs?
Dogs all day long.
Dogs.
Okay.
In fact, Molly, my dog, King Charles Spaniel, at the end of The Reckoning, we have a special thanks to Molly and one of the characters, Molly Pryor, named after Molly. And Molly has a little cameo in Duchess. You'll see the little cute dog at the bus stop is Molly.
Oh, cool.
So make sure you check out Duchess, folks. It's in the show notes up above or down below. Mr. Jeffrey Mark, a last question for our amazing guest before we let her go.
Our amazing guest has an amazing accent. Where in London were you raised?
Just outside of London, suburbs, southeast. So Kent.
Yes, I know where that is.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because your accent, I could listen to you talk all day long. It's just
Right. Well, I could keep her on the show all day long, but we do have to let her go because she is in London. And it's probably what, like 11 o'clock there?
Yeah, no, it's all good. 10:30. That's okay.
Oh, that ain't bad.
No, it's not bad.
That's not bad at all. I would have been in my PJs and sleeping by now.
Yep, you would have been.
Well, that's the great thing with video. I'm in my bottom half is PJs. Great.
And I have a wonderful joke, and I won't say it out of deference to your respect, Charlotte.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm just going to leave it there.
You've intimidated 3 men. That's good work.
I opened a can of worms there. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Got to use a can of worms too, huh? Yep.
So before we let you go, Charlotte, where do you like interacting with your fans on the social medias?
Instagram is great. Charlotte Kirk official is probably the best one. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Very
Excellent.
good.
So stick around, folks, because even though Charlotte's going to be leaving, we still have the amazing Mr. Jeffrey Mark in the house, and we're going to chat a little bit, just in case you missed his interview a few weeks back. But we want to thank you so much, Charlotte, for taking time out of your day, or evening, I should say.
Of course.
Staying awake long enough to come hang out with us.
Yes. No, thank you. Thank you so much.
And definitely, folks, check out Duchess.
And all the other cool shit she's been.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait for some of these other ones. I can't wait for some of these other ones to come out. I'm kind of excited, So
yeah.
You're easily excitable. I know.
I was saving that from my book. Charlotte, you're amazing. A pleasure to meet you, and I hope to see a whole lot more of you.
Thank you. Have a lovely day.
You too. Thank you very much.
Bye. So,
okay then.
Yeah, I mean, we could have gotten into so much with her.
Well, the funny thing is like, because you give me, the guest list of upcoming things so I can do the imaging and stuff. And
yeah,
when I'm doing that, I really don't pay too much attention because I just do the imaging,
Right.
And my mind is like a rusty trap. It doesn't work sometimes. And I don't recognize a lot of names of these people.
Right.
But then when I sit down like I did an hour ago or 2 hours ago and I do research, I'm like, what are you fucking shitting me? I've been watching her movies for years.
Yeah.
I just don't know the name.
Right.
No, she's special.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I remember her from Ocean's 8 because that was one of my favorite films.
Right. Now, see, I wouldn't put the name together with that until I researched it, but you're right.
But I'm not a name person. I'm a face person. So when I saw her on our, one of our affiliates, she was on Pete Turner show. So if you remember Pete Turner, Jeff, and I happened to catch her and I'm like, oh my God, I know her. How do I know her? I know that face.
Yeah.
I've
been on Pete's show.
Yeah. You know Pete as well. Exactly. So I was like, oh man, from Ocean's 8. And then I'm like, I know I saw her in other stuff. And I started going through and I'm like, Vice. I saw her on Vice. Oh yeah. With Bruce Willis. Yeah.
For me, it was The Lair and The Reckoning.
Yeah. And then I did see The Reckoning. So, and I was like, I'm actually going to reach out to Charles, her PR guy, and see if I can get Neil, the director, because he's directed.
Wonderful.
I mean, Neil's directed some amazing movies. He directed fucking Hellboy.
Yeah. Well, he directed one of my favorite horror flicks, being The Descent.
Yes. Right. But Mr. Marks, how are you?
And the joke I couldn't tell while she was on with us was I'm in my PJs. Yeah, I'm in my BJs. We're very much close alike. It's very even.
Something
we did not talk about last time, and I think I'm open to, completely open to this. I don't think you guys are aware that I am one of the founders of Marijuana Anonymous. For those of us, 10% of anybody who does anything, chocolate, alcohol, drugs, marijuana, 10% get addicted.
Right.
And I'm one of those poor unfortunates who, towards the end of my smoking career, was smoking about an ounce a week by myself.
Right.
So I was
well, that's not a lot. Not with some of the people we hang out with.
Right.
I said just by myself. Never mind when I smoked with other people.
Right.
But I was addicted and co-founded Marijuana Anonymous. But I'm not one of those people who thinks grass is bad. Not at all. There are all kinds of people who physically and mentally benefit from it, but that 10% is what needs help.
Yeah, the ones that have the addictive personalities.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
I just thought I should mention that for complete transparency.
To me, it's not really the substance, or it's the addictive personality of the individual. That, you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I meant.
No, it in my mind, addicted to one, addicted to all. I don't have to try them all to find out. I'll be addicted to all of them. But I'm 35 years clean and sober now, but have fond memories. Of the millions of times I got stoned.
Yeah, we didn't actually touch on that live, but I think backstage we talked about it a little bit prior to going live. But then you blew my mind with the whole Freddie Mercury thing, and that was it. It was over. Fucking show done.
We haven't even gotten to Dick Gaudier yet.
Oh, Jesus.
Do we want to know? I don't know if I want to know.
This amazing gentleman has so many amazing stories that I think he gave us just the tip, folks.
Yeah, it's much longer than that. Well, Ben, you set me up for that one. Come on.
Oh, yeah, of course I did.
Prove it.
I'm not. Privately, Jeff, anytime. And you'll be smiling just like that.
Eyes wide open.
Hey, what happens in the dark stays in the dark.
Oh, I like it in the light. It's much more fun that way. I'm in show business 50 years. Obviously, at whatever celebrity level I'm at, I've known everybody.
Right.
And sometimes you meet people and you click for whatever reasons. It's just that most of the people I clicked with who are celebrities were closet bisexuals. So, Freddie didn't come out till after he died. Right. Dick, I really struggled. By the way, ta-da, this is the first time I'm talking about it publicly. Dick was a part of my life, and magnificently beautiful human being, very intelligent, very creative, and a horn dog. And he had such incredible swagger that it took one line and you were hooked. It's like you wouldn't even think, he's got a what? Right. When he married his last wife, who was a psychologist, we stopped playing around out of respect to her. Because I put my foot in my mouth when I met her, and he introduced me to her at an industry event. And I said, wow, you're almost pretty as he is. And 10 comedians all of a sudden appeared around my shoulders explaining what I meant by that, which, Jonathan Winters and all these people like, no, what he really meant to say was, it was very, very funny. But unfortunately, Dick was a bad boy. and particularly a bad boy against his wife Barbara, who everybody knew. She was a wonderful comedic actress, and unfortunately, he was a busy guy. When I reveal this kind of thing, I really think I mean, even with Freddie, I thought about it 100 times before I went public.
Right.
Who will I hurt? Who will I inadvertently cause some harm to? And I wasn't going to talk about Dick at all, except he's going to be in my memoir, which I'm finishing this week.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Because it happened to me. I don't discuss anything he did with anybody else, whether I know about it or not. I only discuss like who interacted with Jeff.
Right.
Or Mr. Marcus. Some of them like to call me. It's one of those strange things about being Jeff. This is I'm not making a joke. There's no story. I have been a beacon for bisexual men since I met my partner Joel when I was 13, and he was bisexual, and just my whole life. And people say, "Well, it's a gift." I said, "Yeah, let me exchange it for something I can actually use, because there's no future in that."
Right.
But all of that's going into the book, and I'm telling you, you'll need asbestos slubs to read some of the book. I don't mince words.
Right. Yeah, I'm excited to see that book.
In fact, despite the sparkles, I don't mince anything.
True that.
What's it called? On the Mark?
I beg you, sir?
What's it called? On the Mark?
No, that's so obvious, Jeff. Please. There are like 6 radio shows out, six podcasts who are all called that. No, it's The Devil Was Born in Brooklyn, which is a copyrighted title, folks.
The Devil Was Born in Brooklyn. Okay.
You're gonna have to read the book to figure out
so,
who the devil
so where were you born?
Brooklyn.
Oh, see, that just changed everything.
Yeah,
I told you he was a Weisenheimer. You didn't.
I told you one sentence changes everything.
See?
No, I'm finishing up my memoir. Then I'm finishing up the new Lucy book.
Yeah.
My radio show, Jeffrey Mark Plays Ella, or GPE. We haven't signed a contract yet, but I think it's going to start being carried by KABC in Los Angeles.
Oh, nice.
And it's growing. And a little bit later this fall in early October, there's a party being thrown for me for my 50th anniversary in show business. And there'll be a lot of celebrity friends there and people from my personal life. I don't have lots of friends who aren't in show business. The friends I have who aren't in show business were people I've known since I was a kid or a teenager, or somebody I met in that window in my 20s where I was smoking so much grass I wasn't working in show business, because it really sort of my career for a while.
Right.
But otherwise, most of the people I talk with and hang out with, because we have the business connection, as you guys know, on your level, being in show business is unlike any. It's why Ringberlin wrote, "There's no business like show business."
Right.
There's nothing else like it, and it has its own language and its own struggles and its own set of rules. And I guess I feel more comfortable talking to people who understand all of that.
Right.
You know, what do you mean you're up at 4 o'clock in the morning working? I'm in show business. Just accept it. Kind of thing.
I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning, but it's usually because I got to pee.
And then there are the wonderful fans out there who get a little quirky with me. For instance, I have had, now understand something. I don't invite any of this. This is not me flirting with people. These are fans who find me on any of the media, or back when there was snail mail, would write me fan mail. And there's a consistent fantasy they have. They want to come to my home, which is like, yes, I'm going to invite a total stranger to my home. Keep going. And they want to watch I Love Lucy with me while they're giving me a Hummer. Now, I'm not talking 1 or 2. I'm talking 20 or 30 of these Oh, Mr. Mark, I'd love to. So it's a thing, but it's not a thing I would ever have thought of, nor have I ever engaged in anything like that.
Did they come from the I Love Juicy show?
Oh, yeah.
That was good, Jeff. That was good. You have a sense of humor.
He does.
You're not just all biceps. You actually have a brain.
I do. Too bad I'm sitting on it.
No, that's just way too easy.
Yeah.
I was waiting.
No, that's not a challenge at all.
Okay. Well,
our friends out there have all formulated their own jokes, and that's okay.
Oh man. So how is the radio show going?
Look, how can you go wrong if in an hour's time you get to hear 2, 4, 6, about 8 songs by Ella Fitzgerald, all different from all different eras and all different recording studios and different musicians in different parts of her life, with me telling you all the insider information about those songs,
right,
and why she sang them and how the recordings came to be. How can you go wrong with that?
Right.
The one thing and I haven't done one yet because everybody's been busy all summer long traveling, is I'm going to start, every 6 weeks or so, have a guest programmer, and have them tell me their favorite 6 or 8 Ella Fitzgerald songs, and we'll discuss it together.
Okay.
And I think that'll bring a little extra added dimension. But I'm talking about people who are, fans of hers or who are singers themselves and were affected by her career in a positive way.
Right.
Nice.
But seeing how you were on vacation when we had this amazing guest on, do you have any questions that you might want to ask him?
No, he's still reeling from what we discussed in the green room before the show started. So he's still trying to swallow that. Yes, Jeff.
I have a bunch of questions, but none of them I'm going to ask live.
Oh, pick one.
Oh shit!
Because I think that's just wrong.
You're reminding me of a Milton Berle story.
So
that Milton told me, and I may have told this on the show last time. The Friars Club of Beverly Hills, may it rest in peace, was a wonderful place, and I was a member, and I enjoyed every minute there. And it had a steam room and a sauna and a gym for its members. And Milton was coming out of the steam room, wrapped in a towel, and some guy comes up to him and says, "Hey, Burl, I hear you got a big one. $100. Mine is bigger than yours." Now, Milton wasn't shy about the fact that he was well endowed. But if you were only a guest there, he didn't want to, leave me alone. You're a guest. And he said that, "Look, sir, this is inappropriate. I don't know you, and I know everybody who belongs here. So you're a guest of someone. Find your host. Please enjoy our facilities, but this is inappropriate." Well, I guess this guy was really dense. Come on, Burl, $100. Put up or show up. Put up. Milton's best friend, Buddy Arnold, was standing next to them. And Buddy turned to Milton and said, "Oh, Milton, just pull out enough to win." They're thinking about it.
No.
And it's true because I saw it.
Yeah.
Milton actually took me into the men's room and went, "Here it is." That was your rite of passage if he really liked you.
Okay.
Thud.
And that was only soft because he was, in his late 80s at that point.
I
Jeff,
told you I played a tree, you know what I mean? It was, so I had an acorn.
You've been waiting to say that since you first talked about being a tree. That's a long ways to wait for that joke.
Well, it had to catch up,
Seriously, Jeff, is there anything you would like to ask me? Or have I just completely turned you off at this point?
No, not at all, not at all. I mean, honestly, I don't know an awful lot about you because I wasn't on the show, so I didn't research you. And now, after sitting here with you for a while, I don't think I want to.
Okay. I will add you to that.
I'm just kidding.
I will add you to that very long list of people who spent a little bit of time with me and said, that was nice. And that's enough. Bye-bye. So.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. I mean, Ben told me this story, when you were backstage, because he goes, I missed it. I really wish I could have.
We're talking about Freddie Mercury, folks.
Yeah, you're talking about.
And I had an
Freddie
evening
thing.
with him where we were
right.
Not clothed.
Well, not just that, but the Lennon thing.
Right, the Lennon thing. Yep.
That I was a witness to John Lennon's assassination. Yes.
Right.
Also true. Yeah, I can take credit, and I say this about as humbly as I can. I was born with I'm very smart. God-given. I had nothing to do with it. I can't take a bow. I'm very talented. It's true. I can't take a bow. God-given. For most of my life, I've been very pleasant to look at. Again, God-given. I didn't do anything to, but what I've done with those things and the things like meeting Freddie at the place where we met, or being right there when John was shot, or being right there when a bank was being robbed. That happened to me twice. It's like the bisexual thing. I just seem to attract very interesting things happen in my life. Sometimes they're tragedies. Sometimes it's getting to spend an evening with Mary Martin backstage in her dressing room on Broadway. They happened. I hope I did the best with them, and I assume they're gifts from God or the universe or whatever you believe in. So, I'm a happy camper.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's as far as being very smart, as far as being, knowledgeable, I think that's the power of personal perception. And I think in a lot of ways, people can believe that and become it. You know what I mean? Because it opens the mind up. That's just how I see it. You know what I mean? If I want to read, for example, okay, do you believe in unicorns?
Sure.
Right? Because some things have to be believed to be seen. And if you live your life like that, then you're going to see an awful lot of stuff that you never would have seen before.
Jeff, I can talk to animals. I can sometimes talk to dead people. These are not things that let me adjust.
No. You got to leave your mind open is basically what I'm saying. If you live your life with an open mind, things can enter it. If you live your life with a closed mind, you're never going to experience anything.
Most of what I've done as a person is why not? I taught myself to read and write at 2.5.
Well, you can't tell. I'm very philosophical in a lot of ways. So
I'm glad. I find people of all kinds who are philosophical and have open minds to be very attractive people, because then I can have real conversations with them.
Man, you just stole my guy.
Ben, you're my number one. He's left already.
He shut the camera off.
You're my number one, but we can do a 3-way. It's okay.
There's your 3-way.
Yeah, no.
But even
I asked my wife for a 3-way for years and years and years and years. Finally, I got it. She bought me a light bulb.
Thank you, Bennett Cerf. You have no idea who Bennett Cerf is, do you, Jeff?
No.
He was the publisher of Random House Books, and he lived to tell puns. That he wrote like volumes of books. One was called Punmanship. So he loved that kind of humor.
Yeah,
he liked that basic, not very smart thing that you have that he used to grade. I'm sorry, I like you too much. I couldn't even finish that sentence. I didn't believe it because you're obviously a great guy.
You know, I have a tube here.
No flirtation till the show is over. So now you know, Jeff, and I've been a professional comedian for 50 years and a Broadway and off-Broadway and summer stock actor and singer in shows and a jazz singer in nightclubs and a best-selling author and a radio show host several times. I've been hosting radio shows now for almost 30 years.
Wait, you're a singer? I thought you were a hummer.
I can do both. But some people prefer the singing and some prefer the humming. It just depends on who you are in life.
And where you are and what you're doing. Okay. Yep. Gotcha.
Oh my God.
And whether the camera is on or not.
Okay.
I'm not touching any of this.
I've had so many people tell me that I wish I had $1 for every time I heard that line. I'm not touching any of this. Yeah. Bye. I love making people laugh. Look, life is hard. It's hard for everybody. If I can sing a song and soothe the soul, or if I can scat through 10 minutes of music and get people all excited, if I can't, and I'm being serious, if I can tell a joke that makes somebody laugh and maybe that changed their bad day into a better one.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to feel I was given all this stuff I had to use and to use to help other people.
But you know, you're not afraid to say something because it's going to come out wrong or it's going to be taken the wrong way because all you're trying to do is help or be fun.
You know, Jeff, I've had so many things that I didn't mean to be funny, taken the wrong way and twisted by other people.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And my grandfather used to have a saying, up here, I'm the boss of it. Out here, everybody else is the boss of it. So he held back in public, not in the family, but in public. I've given up holding back. I say what I say. I mean what I mean. If people want to purposely twist it, that's on them.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to enjoy my life less or make you guys less happy because I'm afraid. I'm not afraid.
So I do have a question for you. You like turtles?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Why not? You know,
right?
I haven't met the animal I don't like. I love animals. I think they're incredible creatures and usually a lot nicer than most human beings.
Okay. I'll reach out when I have a turtle.
Okay. Please do. Nope.
Wow.
You know, and either some people got that. I think the majority just like went zip.
Right.
No, I think you're actually having more people watching. Because now there's like, what the fuck is this redhead going to say?
He's not. He's going to sip his tea.
Coffee.
Let him out of his shell.
Coffee, baby.
Coffee.
I love coffee. It's the only vice I have left, really, is coffee. I don't count sex as a vice. It's a natural human function.
Right.
But as far as the bad things, I don't eat red meat anymore. I'm pretty much completely off of sugar, and I'm just so coffee. Coffee is my vice. Coffee and watching good-looking men flex their biceps. See, like him.
Yeah, I thought about it.
You've been thinking about it for weeks, Ben. You can't fool me.
No.
He's been at the gym working out.
Yeah, I did some push-ups before I came on the show, just to buff up a little.
He's been at the gym working out. Most people call him James, but you know.
Hey, did you ever go to a carnival? Did you ever go to carnivals?
Sure.
What's your favorite carnival game?
That's unfair for two reasons. No. I'm gonna give you real answers here. Jeff, you're laughing at the straight lines. I have one today. One is I have performed in carnivals, so I'm on the inside. Now, did you know, Jeff, that there is a language that carnival people speak? It's called Carney.
Carney.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been speaking Carney since I'm 7.
Okay.
So I can't go to a carnival and be on the outside. The minute I get to a carnival, I'm on the inside, because wherever I'm going, I talk in Carney so that they know I'm not a mark. They'll leave me alone. Because some carnivals, I think my favorite carnival thing I ever did, and this was at Pacific Ocean Park in Santa Monica, which no longer exists, unfortunately. And you paid however much you paid, and they put a thick piece of cardboard about that big onto a thing that spun round and round and round and round and round. And you stood over it with different colors of paint, squeezing and squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. I loved doing it. And you couldn't make a bad painting that way.
We did Frisbees. We would paint Frisbees. They'd put a Frisbee on one of those things. Yeah.
Well, I'm older than you are. We didn't have, we had Frisbees back then. People weren't painting them by whammo.
How do you know you're older than I am? I didn't look up your birth date.
I was being nice, Jeff.
Oh, you were trying to give me a compliment?
Yes, I was.
Didn't work.
I realized that. That's why I look so much younger than you do.
Well, hair dye works. I just don't bother.
Try it.
If I grew my beard, the whole thing would be white. It's just like my Gandalf.
Jeff, do you understand the concept of harassing a professional comedian? What happens to you when you do that?
Oh, he does. Trust me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He makes it his goal anytime there's a comedian on the show.
Yep, I do.
And I usually sit back for an hour and just laugh at the two of them going at it.
He's waiting for my comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Scrape it off your son's teeth.
Ooh. I would, but I don't have a son. So.
No, don't do that. He swallowed all of it.
Hey, I mean, we're basically at the end. I mean, based on your lifestyles, no wonder you just have the white down the middle here.
Oh my God.
It's right here. Right there is Freddie Mercury. And right over here.
Oh, see, Jeffrey, that's why I told you you're family now.
Happily so. No, I will be happy. Anytime you need a co-host, just reach out to me. Happy to do it. Except put my face in the publicity next time. You didn't even mention I was co-hosting.
No, it was a surprise.
Yeah, you'll get more.
I mentioned it tonight as a surprise. Yep.
If you put my face and name up there, you'll get more viewers. That's the point of having me on, to get more people watching for you.
I just wanted to have you on because I thought you were an amazing guest.
I hope you still feel that way.
I do. Well,
yeah, and it gave me the opportunity to meet you.
Yeah, and okay, serious.
Yeah,
I like you both. You're good at what you do. You're good interviewers. You know how to make your hour interesting and a pleasure for the guests. And
yeah, and like I said, we've built a rapport. I call you family. And
likewise,
if there's shows coming that we can get you on as a co-host. See, tonight you were a special co-host.
Okay.
After the first reappearance as a co-host, now you become another co-host. Where
does that mean I get paid too?
Well, if we got paid,
I know.
We get paid in peanuts.
So many people ask me because I'm on the air a lot.
Right.
Since the end of May, I've done 60 probably podcasts and radio shows and stuff. And wow, you must be making so much money for being a guest. I said, I don't even get a free cup of coffee out of it. I'm doing it because it's part of my career.
Right.
And I'm a Hamasaurus and I like to entertain people.
Right.
Makes me happy.
We're the same way, because people go, wow, you're in your 5th season. Look at these guests that you've had. You guys must be killing it with sponsorships. I'm like, we don't have a single sponsor, not one.
And so many of your guests are my friends, which makes it even nicer.
Right. I said, we do this. It started off because we did it, like I said, for a friend, Philo Barnhart, because we loved Philo. And it just, it continued to grow. And it has continued to grow and grow and grow and grow. We do it because it's fun. Because we enjoy talking to people such as yourself, such as our guest tonight, Charlotte.
Yeah, go see her movies, folks. Please, please, please.
Yes, make sure you check the show notes up above or down below, folks.
But you would not be here 5 seasons in if you weren't good at what you do.
Appreciate that.
And the funny thing there is, like I said, you always got to keep your mind open, right? Things will just come. Don't say anything to that. No. Because I don't know if Ben told you, but at the very beginning, I didn't even want to do this.
This particular episode or the show?
The show itself. Yeah, he wanted.
No. The show itself.
Yeah, he wanted nothing to do with.
Way back at the beginning,
live shows, live streams. Yeah.
I wanted nothing to do with it, and then we did a couple, and I'm like, all right. But because I didn't want to do it, I went out of my way to try to be the bad guy. So I would try and find something to call the guest out or something that they wouldn't expect. You know what I mean? So I think I got the reputation on the show of being the, kind of the dickhead in a lot of ways, which is fine by me. I make a lot of people laugh. That's all I know.
Right.
I do. I make a lot of fucking people laugh, and that's all I care about.
Look, you're 2 interesting men. You know how to parse an English sentence properly. You read enough or have experienced enough that you know what's going on in the world. You both happen to be really good looking, which helps. Looks do help in show business.
I have the face for radio.
Not at all. No, both of you have the face to do television or a video podcast. You and I, all 3 of us, have seen people who host, and I'm not going to mention any names,
right,
who are terrible at what they do. And when that happens, I do what Milton Berle taught me to do. He said, Jeff, if that ever happens to you, just take over.
Right. So
I let them ask a question. I see how they respond to my answer. And if it's, I'm going to catch a rabbit. If that's what I get out of them, that's the last thing they get to say on their own show, because get out of my way.
Right.
See, I just have a lot of fun trying to give people shit in a fun way and lighten things up. That's my job. I just try and lighten things up.
And you're not offensive in doing it. You have found a way.
Yeah, I found a way to make it light and funny, even though in a different setting, some of the things that come out of my mouth could be offensive.
And even though when you're playing that part, you don't smile, you do it with a very straight face. That's not easy to do. To do that and not have people get angry at you. I'll make a joke sometime. Someone, are you angry with me? It's a joke. I'm a comedian. Lighten up. I'll tell you if I'm angry with you. I won't be passive aggressive. I'll tell you, motherfucker, I'm angry with you.
Right. I mean, the highlight of the 5 years we've been doing this is when Dee Wallace told me to fuck off.
First of all, Dee is a friend who
She's fantastic.
She's fantastic at dinner. She's fantastic at a party. I've never seen Dee not be fantastic. And she's a fantastic mother because her daughter has written a couple of best-selling books.
Yeah. Yep.
And she could have, like, what do you mean you're going to become famous? You know, your father and I were the famous ones in the family. No, she lifts up her daughter, and her daughter's wonderful. I've appeared at things for her to support book signings and things. D is great. D is great. But you know, I try to mention his name every time I perform anywhere. Harlan Bowl is my publicist, as you well know, Ben.
Love Harlan. Yep.
Harlan wouldn't have a client who was a jerk.
No.
Or he may sign somebody, realize they were a jerk, and stop helping them.
Yep.
But if you got Harlan on your side, you're a pretty damn nice person.
Yep. I'm blessed.
Because he is.
Yeah. I'm blessed to have become as friendly as I have with him. He has sent a lot of amazing people.
Including me.
Including you. Well, yeah, including you.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, I know at the beginning, and every once in a while, it's that hesitation because of the name of the show. You know what I mean? And I think what's really helping is before people say, yeah, I'll do it, they go and they watch an episode or two or catch a couple of highlights of a few episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And they see how the show is run, and they just think this is just going to be fun.
Right.
You know, so. But on that note, I am going to sign off so that I can.
Well, yeah, I'm going to close the show.
Do my thing.
I'll say what I was going to say for next time.
No, go ahead.
Fire away.
No.
Look, full screen. Fire away.
Getting booked on a show called Still Toking. Okay. I don't mean this in any negative way. I don't have time to watch every show I'm booked on. If I did that, I'd do nothing but watch shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought, well, one or two things are going to happen. They're going to be what you guys actually are. Or they're going to be stoned out of their minds, giggling and smoking and coughing. And I'll take over the show. And either way, I'll get what I need out of it. So I wasn't afraid to come on with you. I was either going to take over and watch you guys cough and spit and fall off your chairs, or I was going to interact with you and it was going to be fun. And it turned out twice now to be a whole lot of fun. So yay.
Appreciate that. So, Jeffrey, where do you like interacting with your fans on the social medias?
Oh, in the social medias. I was going to say my bedroom, but never mind. That never happens, folks. I don't have sex with my fans. I don't.
You don't stream that shit live?
They don't offer enough money for that, or I might. I am on Facebook, Jeffrey Mark. You see how it's spelled in the frame. Those of you who are watching on video, if you're listening on audio only, GeoffreyMark. On Facebook, it's Jeffrey Mark Showbiz on Instagram, at Jeffrey Mark on X. You turn on your electric toothbrush, you'll probably find me someplace. But those are the basic places.
Sorry.
Your mind went to a place I did not mean at all.
Well, you said turn on your toothbrush and you'll find me. And I was going to say, yeah, in their mouth.
Shame. You took it naughty.
It's your fault.
Of course it is. You know, I don't do this.
Sorry.
I don't do this for just anybody. I don't get naughty and nasty like this with just any folks.
Oh, I know. I've seen some of your interviews. We bring the best out of you.
I don't do that. I do this because I'm comfortable with you, and it's what your show is about.
Right.
See, to be a good guest on your show, I got to play the game. Otherwise, I'd be boring.
True
and
that.
I am never boring.
So I'm going to answer the question that Jeff asked Jeffrey, which was, what was his favorite Carney game? And that is Whack-A-Hole.
Yeah.
Whack-A-Mole.
It's Whack-A-Mole.
Whack-A-Hole.
Yeah. No.
It's Whack-A-Mole.
No, I heard you. It's not a good joke. No.
Ah, boo! Jeff.
The joke was having it left unsaid.
Yeah, but I just had to finish it. Go ahead.
No.
Okay.
If you would have said Whack-A-Pole, that would have been funny.
Okay.
Oh, see, that's all right. Go to.
Was that? Were you setting me up for that when you asked that question? Was that a setup for a joke?
No.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, you, Jeff. Okay.
No, it was a joke that was supposed to just float out there unanswered and let people just think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it is curious to me because I am connected to carnivals, or I was when I was younger, that you bring that up. I think, yeah, good for you.
See, you never know.
You're
You never
intuitive.
know.
You're intuitive, Jeff.
I am intuitive, right? You listen. Sorry, I was talking to myself.
And on good days, you're intuitive, but
well, sometimes when I tie my shoe, I fall over.
Okay.
There's days like that too. Anyway, go to stilltoking.com. Go to Toking with the Dead on Facebook. You can view a lot of our past episodes on Red Coral Universe. Just Google it, look it up. You'll find it. The links are also on our pages. As far as me, I spell my name with a J, like it's supposed to be. And, yeah. And if you look me up on Facebook, there's a whole bunch of me's out there. I don't know why. I guess I'm just a popular guy. I don't know. But good luck finding me. You want to reach out through the Token with the Dead page or through stilltoking.com. Thank you. Peace.
And do it now.
So, like Jeff said, stilltoking.com, you can find out everything you want to know about us. A week and a half from now, we will be in Monroeville, Pennsylvania for the Steel City Cannabis Convention. Check that out. That's the 14th and 15th. They also have a huge reptile show. Joining us at that show coming up from Florida is the amazing Tim McBride, the Saltwater Cowboy. You folks, if you don't know who he is, look him up. He's got a great story. He's a celebrity of sorts, I guess.
Yes, he is.
And apparently Infused Productions is going to be out there.
Yes,
as well.
Infused Productions. I talked to Mike today. He is setting up coming down. So we look forward to hanging out with him. First and foremost, I want to thank Charlotte, who's not here with us right this minute, for coming out from the UK today and hanging out and talking about her upcoming film that's out now, Duchess. To our amazing special co-host and now adopted family member,
yay,
Mr. Jeffrey Mark, for laying down what he likes to lay down when he lays it down and hanging out with us tonight. But to all you veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for doing what you do, so people like all of us can come up here and do what we do. Stay safe. We'll see you next week. We are out of here.
Step it off, break it down and lose it. Come on.